Keep my cord out of it.
No, I'm just saying. I know we've previously talked this on the show before. It's when it comes to the expectation of our Boston teams, we're very critical of them, and it just it's inevitable. It is, unfortunately.
The day is gonna come when
there is going to be a loss that the Patriots are. This was just, I don't know. Was I expecting a loss from Tennessee today? I guess. Yeah, because like you said, it was like the Patriots versus the Patriots today.
Yeah.
I mean, they knew how to, beat the New England.
Yeah.
And it's
well, everybody's saying, "Oh, is this the beginning of the end? And is this the end of the era?"
Everybody says,
like, "Come on,
everybody's
people."
critical about that.
A lot of good teams, they lose those. I know Kansas City is probably fucking still thinking about us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, every game they're like, "How the fuck did we lose to the Patriots?"
Yep.
And we fucked up their undefeated season, and they might go all the way. They might go 15-1. And I mean, I've seen their schedule. That could possibly happen. But we're coming into all our divisional games, so I'm not too worried. But injuries are going to happen. I just hope they don't happen. But everybody has to step up. That's how Bill's concept is. All right, it's your turn. Do your job, and hopefully they do, and we just keep going all the way and end up winning the Super Bowl this year.
All right, so I know we haven't been together for about 4 weeks, though there is one thing that we definitely do need to talk about, speaking of sports, and it's the Boston Red Sox. Obviously, the last time that we were together, I believe it was when Boston won against the New York Yankees, and they won the pennant there, and then they obviously go into the World Series and beating the Dodgers. Now,
you got to remember they beat the Houston Astros.
Oh, the Houston Astros as well. Thank you. Yeah. This was a phenomenal season. Now,
Who cares? They won.
Well, hold on one second.
Obviously, they beat everybody else.
Okay. Here is the question that this is the question I was dying to ask since we've gotten together. What is this? The best Red Sox team ever?
No.
Why not?
Because in 2004, how that all came about was just phenomenal. We're down to our last game in New York, and we come back and we win.
Dave Roberts steals the second base, and everything just turns over.
In this day and age, like I said, we're gifted as New England fans with our sports teams, but 2004, oh man, that is just I just dream about that day.
Okay.
That was just holy shit.
The way that I feel about the way that the whole thing transpired was not necessarily when they beat the Dodgers, but who the hell did they play before the Dodgers? I don't
The
remember.
Astros.
The Astros. It was too long ago. I don't remember. But it was like they were pulling it out by the skin of their teeth. I mean, look at how many innings they went into.
Oh yeah. Well, that was the Dodger game.
That was the Dodger game. That was the best World Series game that people have been talking about.
It sucked we lost, but it was that game. But holy shit,
it was great.
Yeah.
Okay, so I still have mixed feelings. I know 2004 comes into mind. We beat the Yankees. We go on to the World Series. We beat St. Louis. They had a phenomenal record. I mean, this was the best record.
That was the idiots. That was the year of the idiots, man.
Correct.
And I don't remember 2007. I don't remember 2013. I don't even know who we played those years, because of 2004 is so embedded in my brain that even 2018, well, maybe it'll stay in my brain, but 2004 is embedded in my brain.
See, comparing to other World Series championships. All right, granted, I will give it. There's probably people listening right now going, and the Yankees have won 27 championships. You know what? You can go fuck yourself with your 27 championships. Here's the question: how many games have they won in the last 15 years? Zero.
I tell people
the Red Sox have won 4 World Series championships, and the Yankees unfortunately cannot compare right now. Okay. I know you. Like I said, like you pointed out, I know 2004 is one of those years where you cannot get it out of your head. I give you that. But you got to give credit where credit is due, where you have, and it just seems it happens like this all the time. Terry Francona comes in here, he wins a World Series championship. John Farrell comes in here first year, he wins a World Series championship, and then it's done again. Alex Cora comes in here first year, and he also wins a World Series championship. You got to give credit where credit is due. They had a phenomenal record. 103 wins. 103, 108, 103.
No, they had. Well, you add everything up. I think it was 116 games.
Well, including the postseason. Yes,
yeah, postseason,
correct. Yeah. But not only that, but they win in Yankee Stadium, they win in Houston, and then they win in L.A.
Oh, yeah.
They had home advantage.
Yeah.
They had home advantage in every single series, but they didn't need it, and they won away against these caliber teams. I feel bad for the Dodgers.
What?
I do.
What? Why?
I feel bad for the Dodgers. Here's why.
Oh, there we go.
Here's why. The Dodgers ended up going to the World Series back-to-back last year and this year. They couldn't win against the Astros. They couldn't win against the Astros, and again this year they couldn't win against the Red Sox. I do feel bad. And the nice thing, obviously, was in the American League Championship, when the Red Sox were going against the Astros, beating the World Series champion themselves at home was also something that I will never forget.
Well,
as well.
Houston's my second favorite team. They were when they played in the National League. Because all my teams,
Yes.
I have my
Sure.
different divisions that I like, and Houston was one of them. But they changed the American League. I still like Houston. I don't really have a favorite National League team right now, but what a great season! What a great way Cora put that team together. And yeah, it was probably the highest payroll in the league, but that team gelled. They all came together and helped each other out. And
the way he moved the players and who to bring in and at what inning and all it was. I hate to say this, but it was like Belichick type of managing one of the greatest teams, I think, in my eyes, of Red Sox history. I mean, Alex Cora did something that really impressed me, and I'm telling you, I remember when they first hired him, there was a lot of critics out there going, this guy is going to make us go into last place. This is not going to happen. Everything started to come into place. J.D. Martinez and Rafael Devers and, Dustin Pedroia. I don't know exactly what's going to happen with him, but, everybody started playing, well, and they started playing very well together. Mookie Betts, you name it. It was, and Benintendi with some of these defensive plays that Jackie Bradley Jr. And then we had some great pitching. You can finally leave my pitcher alone, which is David Price. He was criticized all season. He's been criticized for the last three years, and he does something in the playoffs that now a lot of people can go, you know what? We're wrong. Now, should he have been the MVP? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. He played in two critical games, and he won those two critical games for the Red Sox in the postseason. So, but anyway,
it's a different world in the playoffs. I mean, it is. It's a different. It's a different animal, a different atmosphere. Everything's amped up. You gotta. All these players got to do these interviews, and this in-your-face mentality. It's not like they just show up, do batting practice, and then play in a regular season. This is just pumped up. And all these games are really late, too, man. I mean, you start at 8 o'clock at night.
Oh, my God. Tell me about it.
And, that's an adjustment, too. And another adjustment is cold weather. Houston was like, we had L.A. and Houston. There was no cold games. And, of course, they're like, oh, LA's not used to this, blah, blah, blah.
There was
blah,
a lot of complaining. There was
you
a lot of
know?
complaining and a lot of bitching from both Houston and from LA. But here's the other thing: did the Red Sox complain about the time zone change, where they had to fly out in the West Coast and there's that the little jet lag and they have to play 2 or 3 hours earlier than they're used to?
Yeah.
No. Did they fucking complain? No, not at all.
Or the fact that they played until like 3 o'clock our time in the morning, like.
You see their clock at their stadium, it's 11, and it's like 2 in the morning. They're like, what the hell?
Right. Did you also see them complain? Oh my God, we have to play in a National League stadium, and our pitcher has to now bat. Yeah. Did we complain about that? No. We know what to expect.
Sucked it up
and sucked it exactly. All right, I say my piece. All right, so we're gonna take our first break. When we come back, we got a brand new segment. We're gonna talk about. Actually, we're gonna talk about something we did today, and I've seen a lot of movies about musicians and music, and I'm going to give you my perception and what I saw today about the movie that we saw this afternoon. So when we come back, we're going to talk about more about that too. More, Mike.
We've also got we're gonna add a kind of a segment in about different things about what we've been noticing, stupidity of people.
Okay.
Driving habits.
Rudeness.
Yeah, just people doing stupid shit that you see that just doesn't need to be done. And actually, part of it coincides with what Mike's been dealing with for months now.
And it's been spreading like a virus. I agree. All right. When we come back, more stuff happening here on Common Sense New Hampshire. And we cannot forget our sponsor before we go to break. We want to thank PDS.
Precision Delivery Solutions.
We'll have more stuff coming up.
This is Philip Palker from Precision Delivery Solutions. I'm the president and owner of the corporation. We are a truckload carrier regionally based in the Northeast, currently looking for qualified CDL drivers with top pay and benefits for this area. We urge you to give us a call at 1-800-639-3095, extension 1020. That is 1-800-639-3095, extension 1020. We look forward to hearing from you folks. We are the future of transportation.
It's Thursday night, and you're grabbing drinks with some friends. Started off with a pitcher for the table, which quickly becomes 2. There's pool. And there's the photo booth.
All right, everybody squeeze in. Say cheese!
Followed naturally by an order of wings. And another.
Can we get some extra ranch sauce?
Then there's the ceremonial nightcap.
So what are we doing this weekend?
And lastly, it's back to the car, which, if you're buzzed, could be the most expensive night of your life. Getting pulled over for buzzed driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzzed driving, because buzzed driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Common Sense New Hampshire would like to thank McGarvey's for hosting our show. They're located at 1097 Elm Street, the oldest bar in Manchester, New Hampshire. They have great food specials brought to you by Chef Mel. Monday nights is Customer Appreciation Night, where your drinks are half off. Don't forget about the award-winning karaoke 7 nights a week. McGarvey's can also be found on Facebook. Once again, they're located at 1097 Elm Street, Manchester, New Hampshire. Their phone number is 603-627-2721.